Tachibana, I'm 45 years old. What would people think, huh?
It doesn't matter what they think. It has nothing to do with them.
You know I'm old enough to be your father.
But you're not my father.
Everyone will think I'm paying you.
You're not doing anything like that.
This is the most heartbreaking love I have ever seen. A young and beautiful high school girl fell in love with a 45-year-old man. Tachibana is the most beautiful person in school, but she rejected all the confessions from boys her age. After school every day, she goes to a restaurant to work part-time. For some reason, the middle-aged manager here makes her feel emotional attraction because of her straightforward personality. Tachibana once confessed to the manager,
Hey, boss. I think I really like you a lot.
but in the eyes of the manager, this was only respect from an employee, because no young girl would like a 45-year-old man. This made Tachibana very embarrassed. She could only keep eating, but at the same time it made her frustrated, because her confession was misunderstood. So she planned to express her feelings again after school, but at this moment she met her junior schoolmate. She came to ask for track and field advice, but because she had been injured, she could only watch from the side. Tachibana felt envious that they could run. The back of her schoolmate made Tachibana shocked, because she seemed to see herself, and their way of celebrating was just like hers before. For some reason this made Tachibana uncomfortable, so she left. At this moment it started raining heavily, but Tachibana let the rain soak her, because she remembered the past. In a 100-meter sprint, Tachibana lost her balance because she wanted to break the record too much. In the end she fell down. Worse, this caused a serious injury to her foot. During 2 years of school life, she could only move with a wheelchair and crutches. This made her personality more isolated, but at this moment the 45-year-old man appeared. This made her heart warm again. At this time Tachibana could no longer tell tears from rain. The manager had just finished work. At this moment he noticed a girl walking toward him. Later the manager realized it was Tachibana. He wanted to let her come inside, but Tachibana did not move. The rain became even heavier. It even drowned out her voice, but she had already made her decision.
I've fallen in love with you, boss.
After saying this, Tachibana disappeared into the rain, and these words made the manager's heart skip a beat. But she did not feel shy after the confession. Instead, she worked as if nothing happened, so the manager treated the confession as a prank. But when they were alone, Tachibana quietly walked behind him. The manager thought the confession was a joke, but Tachibana said everything was real.
I must know how you feel about me, boss. Please, you have to give me an answer.
At this moment the manager realized she was serious, so he planned to walk her home, and Tachibana was waiting for his answer. Looking at such a beautiful Tachibana, the manager must have feelings for her, but he is already 45. This is not an age to act freely.
You know I'm old enough to be your father.
But you're not my father.
Everyone will think I'm paying you.
You're not doing anything like that.
True, but
Stop it! Don't you see I'm in love with you?
This made Tachibana very emotional. At the same time it almost caused a car accident, so the manager decided to take her for a walk. They came to a tree. The manager asked Tachibana, "Why do you like me?" But Tachibana asked back, "Does liking someone need a reason?" The manager said yes, because their age gap is too big. Because she was so nervous Tachibana kept trembling. She only kept repeating that she liked him. At this moment the manager wished he could become young. Then he could fully fall in love with her. But at this moment the manager saw a cicada shell. His youth had disappeared like the shell in his hand.
if you go on a date with me, you'll see for yourself just what a creepy old man I am.
Wait, we're gonna go out on a date?
No, I was just trying to say, oh boy.
That's what you said.
A casual sentence from him made Tachibana excited. Although it was a joke, Tachibana treated it as a date. During class she drew the date in her book. While working she reminded the manager about the date. At this moment the chef Jack fell in love with Tachibana. For this he added expensive cream to her lunch, but Tachibana only thanked him coldly. When eating she wanted to wait for the manager, but the one who appeared was Jack. So Tachibana wanted to leave. At this moment Jack saw her notebook, so he wanted to borrow it. Tachibana agreed, but then she remembered something. She had drawn pictures of dating the manager in the notebook. Tachibana hoped Jack would not tell others, but Jack had a condition.
Go on a date with me.
If the manager is discovered dating a subordinate, he will be fired, so she could only agree to Jack. Even though she clearly resisted, Jack did not care at all. He deliberately chose a horror movie, because he thought Tachibana would hug him out of fear, but Tachibana was not afraid at all. After the movie Tachibana wanted to go home immediately, but Jack kept her by saying they should get coffee. Tachibana only reminded Jack to keep the secret. This made him a bit jealous of the manager.
Here's my view. It sounds to me like fate crushed all your hopes and dreams, and now you've fallen madly in love. Doesn't it gross you out that he's a 45-year-old man?
I'm going home.
Even so, Jack did not give up. When a conflict was about to happen, the manager called. So Tachibana broke free at once and answered in a quiet corner. It turned out the manager was discussing a date location with her. This made her anger disappear at once. Now she became very gentle, but the next moment Tachibana realized Jack saw all of this. He provoked her by saying she had no future with the manager. This made her a bit sad. Then Jack took the chance to kiss her. Tachibana pushed him away at once, then wiped her cheek hard. To be honest, I really wanted to kill Jack. Her mother asked who she watched the movie with. Tachibana only told her mother to throw away the album. The call record with the manager made her very happy, but when she thought of Jack, Tachibana wiped her face hard with tissues. The next day the manager waited for her at the same place, but this time Tachibana dressed up carefully. This made the manager a bit excited. Then they watched the same horror movie, but Tachibana only had the manager in her heart. After the movie, the manager suggested going home, but Tachibana said she was thirsty, so they went to the same coffee shop. Then the manager wiped sweat with a towel. He wanted to hint that he was getting old, but in Tachibana's eyes this was a sign of maturity. The manager remembered his first date, but looking at Tachibana and the young couples around, he realized his youth was already gone. This made him very upset, so he left at once. This was a sad process. Luckily Tachibana stayed behind him. Then the manager went to make a call for work, so Tachibana looked at the sea alone. So when the manager finished the call, he saw a view more beautiful than the sea.
Suffocating weight in my chest. It's her youth, her innocence, and it's the fact that I can't stand having lost my youth.
The manager always believed he could not bear her youth. He was afraid of Tachibana, so he ended the date with a work excuse. Tachibana was very reluctant, but the manager did not look back. At the moment he entered the station, time stopped. Unfortunately, this was only Tachibana imagination. At night Tachibana finished her shower, but she found that her mother mixed up the two albums, so Tachibana did not know which one she watched with the manager.